Here in America, work is in trouble. We've offshored our manufacturing, sent away good jobs, and lost so much ability to make things. American Giant is a company that's pushing back against this tide. They make high-quality clothing, sweatshirts, jeans, dresses, jackets, and so much more, right here in the USA. Visit American-Giant.com and get 20% off your first order when you use code STAPLE20 at checkout. That's 20% off your first order at American-Giant.com, promo code STAPLE20.
Hey y'all, and welcome to another episode of the Millennial Management Podcast. I am your host, Brandy, the Millennial Manager, and today is Monday. If you are inside of Patreon, y'all, Patreon, thank you so much for sponsoring this podcast. I also see that we have a few new members. I want to say thank you. Please do not be shy if you are inside of Patreon. We have a little group chat. We have individual messages that you can communicate with me directly if you have like a question. Maybe it's something light that's going on at your job and you just need some help kind of navigating those things. You can send me a DM on Patreon, okay? But you have to be in the paid community in order for you to be able to participate. So Patreon has this episode early. Of course, if you are outside of Patreon, it's Wednesday. And I hope y'all are having a good ass day no matter when you are listening to this, okay? Now, today on our email episode, I have 3 emails that I would like to discuss. This first one says, "Good morning, Brandy. Good morning, baby. I have a follow-up question regarding your motivation episode on 414, Mind Your Own Business." So she's referencing the episode that came out last Monday. In that Motivation Monday episode, it was talking about mind your own business, okay? Stop worrying about what your coworkers doing, what they're not doing. Stop being like a reporter, okay? You don't have to report what's actually happening with your coworkers because it's none of your business. If your managers are paying attention, then you know what I'm saying? Let them deal with that because that's their position. That's their role. So what she's saying is, what if the office snitch does it at the bequest of management? Because our office runs without them, they rely on the office snitch to find out the goings on in the office and will go to her with questions that they should be asking the clinical coordinator. They will include her in emails, communications for lower management, and she is not a manager. They gave her a little title. I'm not going to say what this title is because it's very specific. And I don't want nobody to know this. Which means that she is like our senior receptionist, okay, of the two, her and myself. So what do you do when the office snitch is pretty much commissioned and encouraged by management? Thanks, Betty. Betty, if you have management encouraging this type of behavior and actually really organizing it, and they're the ones that give her that navigation and let her know, like, okay, this is what we want from you. And she is okay with it. She's okay with being an office snitch. She's okay with reporting back and forth. And I don't know what they're giving her in return, but remember what I said, money. Okay, you got somebody that is acting crazy as hell at work, weird as fuck, at the bequest of management, money is involved. Okay, so she's doing whatever she's doing, and some of them do it for free, maybe a little brownie points. But if they changed her role, they probably gave her a pay increase, which means money is involved. And you have to make a decision of whether or not you want to stay in this type of environment. When you have that type of structure set up where management is using team members to tattle on other coworkers, that is not a healthy workspace. You're really not going to get anywhere. Even if you were to have a conversation with management, they're going to fucking deny it, right? Even though you know that that's not the truth. You know that they're using her as someone to monitor the goings on inside of the office. You already know this. If you bring it up to them, they're going to deny it. She is going to deny it. They're going to come up with some type of gaslighting scenario where they're going to lie to you and make you feel like you're crazy and try to make it seem like, you know, what's going on is not really actually happening. So then to avoid all of that, you may just want to bow out. Okay. Find you another department. If you work, you said clinical. So I'm not sure if you work in a hospital, if you can go to another department, if there are other opportunities. I would start planning my exit if I worked in a space like that, because that's an arena for sabotage. Like, you got somebody here monitoring me. I can't really do my job because she is like up my ass and wondering what I'm doing and how I'm doing this and how I'm doing that. Like, that is not anywhere that anybody should work. And so if you feel like this is happening and you recognize it, you need to start planning your exit. And I know people in the that's listening to the podcast are going to say, well, the economy is so bad. The economy is not bad for everybody. Okay? The economy is only bad for a select few. There are some like industries where people are really struggling to locate roles. There are more senior roles that people are being hired in. There are entry-level positions. And as a receptionist, that is an entry-level role. And people are getting those jobs. So please do not be deterred by the economy. Like, at least put out the fillers. Don't just sit there and allow this shit to keep happening to you. You take control of the situation and move on. All right, into our next email. This one is very serious, so I want to put like a warning, okay? It does include someone being sexually harassed. She does not go into great detail, but it does say that she was. So if that is going to be a trigger, you can skip a little bit, okay? Long story short, I was sexually harassed. I reported it and nothing has been done. It all ended in my boss calling me a stupid, ignorant piece of shit while his wife was on speakerphone. Ma'am, if you were sexually harassed at work, you can report it, but you also should report it to the police. That is not just a company matter. If you're being sexually harassed at work, you need to report it, file a police report, and state exactly what happened. Your job is going to be threatened. Please know that. But also contact an attorney right after. Okay? Sexual harassment, physical abuse, those things are against the law, not just company policy. So if it is happening to you and you feel like this person is making you uncomfortable, they have actually said and done things, touched you inappropriately, that is against the law. So you can file a police report. You can have them investigated. You can start a lawsuit. Remember, work receipts, WRK receipts, is a free resource, okay? They will connect you with a lawyer, an employment attorney that can help you really go through these steps. So if you have not downloaded work receipts, WRK receipts, okay, you need to download it today and let them know what is happening, that you're being sexually harassed at work, how things, like, you need, first of all, step by step, because you didn't really include a whole lot. But you need to include the details if you have been documenting what has been happening, what HR has done, if anything, and also file a police report. And please know you need to find another job in the process. And because they're more than likely going to retaliate, and you need something documented that that's exactly what they did. So download that app. Even if y'all are going through like difficult times with your manager and you feel like some of the things that they may be doing are illegal and it's not sexual harassment, still utilize the work receipts app, please. Okay. It is necessary. It's a free resource. They connect you with an employment attorney that can help you. And that does, like, the employment attorney does cost, but actually them connecting you, I don't believe that costs anything, but that is a good resource to have. So please, ladies and gentlemen, if you are experiencing anything inappropriate in the workplace, download work receipts to document and also use it to find an employment attorney. But you, dear heart, you need to go file a police report ASAP. Okay, and here's our last email of the episode. It says, I am a leasing marketing manager for an apartment complex. I'm the only one that goes to campus 2 to 3 hours out of the day to get leads. And on Friday, my boss started yelling at me because they are down leads. And I told them I'm the only one that goes out to get leads daily. And they are micromanaging me. You should see all the messages that I receive. If I don't answer within 3 minutes, they are at me with urgency. Yes, all caps. Oh my goodness. And on Friday, they pull the not positive card when I am the one who offered to buy donuts for the team and lunch on my own card. I plan events, flyers, outreach, walk the campus daily, and told them I feel like quitting because I'm the only one that gets accountability that is held accountable. And I'm not the only one that works here. And others can talk for 4 hours about non-work life. When I talk for 15 minutes, all hell breaks out. And I show up on time for work to do my job, okay? Clock out at 6 p.m., yet stay at work until my work is finished until 8, Monday through Saturday. You know what? Corporate response was when I told them that I feel like quitting. Sorry you feel that way. I told them I cannot be on campus, local businesses, on site all at once. I will not continue doing everything and getting accountability from everyone on the team. I can't wait to get another job. I requested 3 days off. I hope I get it. Betty, why the fuck are you working past your required time? Why are you doing that? You are overextending yourself. And I know it probably sounded like a great idea when you started, but you cannot keep that shit up. You see how now you are resenting them? And I'm also going to hold you accountable because you started something that you know you cannot sustain, trying to buy them lunch, doing the niceties, doing all the donuts for them, staying late, not being paid because you said clocking out at 6, but staying 2 additional hours and doing all the work for 2 additional hours, not being compensated. And then you are working Monday through Saturday. What the fuck? What the fuck? Is that something that you can sustain? No, it is not. You need to go to work. Only worry about yourself. Don't worry about what these other people are not doing. Don't buy them any more lunch. Do not stay late. Yes, they are going to have a fucking attitude. Who gives a fuck? Okay? You need to start applying to other jobs because this is a toxic space. You have a manager or admins, I don't know what y'all call them, your senior administrators who are not holding the team accountable or themselves. It is their responsibility to make sure that the team has what they need and then they're following the guidelines of what their job entails, not you. That's not your job. The fact that your boss has yelled at you, the fact that they are yelling at you in text, like even outside of like verbal conversation, they're yelling at you there by talking to you in all caps, then not being appreciative or calling you not positive after you had just bought donuts, you did this for the team, you're going and doing your job quite well. What makes you think that you're going to get anything out of this other than what you're getting now? You gave them too fucking much. And I want you to remember that when you start your new job. Don't ever do more than what you can sustain long term. You cannot keep this up without turning resentful. That's why I tell people don't ever start a new job and you're giving everything like 100% no. You need to start at about 50, okay? 40. Don't give them more than what you can do long term, okay? Bring it down quite a bit, and then you add things as you see fit, but don't ever do it.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. You chose to hit play on this podcast today. Smart choice. Progressive loves to help people make smart choices. That's why they offer a tool called Auto Quote Explorer that allows you to compare your Progressive car insurance quote with rates from other companies. So you save time on the research and can enjoy savings when you choose the best rate for you. Give it a try after this episode at progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Consistently. It's just a, surprise. Here you go. This is a gift. That's what you need to do, because now you have a situation where you done worked yourself to the bone. They're misusing you. They're, talking to you crazy, yelling at you. Like, what kind of fucking work environment is that to work in and think that employees are going to be like, yes, I'm going to do my best because you yelled at me. So, And the fact that grown people are yelling at other grown people, that is actually insane. And that's not appropriate for the workplace. And whoever their administrator is should know. But more than likely they do. And they're not going to do anything about it. So you have to make a decision. You said that you are looking for a new job or you can't wait to get another job. So that means hopefully you are actively applying and making sure that your resume gets out there and going to fucking interviews so that you can get the hell out of this situation. Working Monday through Saturday is not healthy. You like, that is a long ass time. Monday through Saturday, that's 6 fucking days a week that you are working. Going to businesses, doing all that stuff. You can't do that long term. You can't. Like that is not a way that, you're going to make it to the top. You are going to kill yourself working this hard. You know how many people die from stress, heart attacks, high blood pressure? That's exactly where the road that you are walking is leading to stress. And I know that there are so many people online that tell you like, hard work, hard, do this, no. If I got to do all that to get a fucking check, I don't want it. I don't want that. I just want to do my job. I don't want to jump through all these hoops, be talked to crazy, be disrespected at work, having to work all this time, like in addition to my regular hours, and not even be fucking compensated for the 2 additional hours that you're staying daily until 8:00. Girl, what? Absolutely the fuck not. So today, I hope is your last day doing that, because that is not healthy for you. It's not something that you can sustain, and it turned to resentment. I talked about that a long time ago on social media. I want to say it was like October, that when you start a new job and you start giving them all this, giving them your best, basically, like you're at full speed, 150% every single day, you are going to burn out. And there's nothing left for you at the end of the day. I guarantee you go home at the end of the day and crash because you're fucking exhausted. And this is not how we're meant to live. So you need to put a boundary in place. You are not going to talk to me like that. Okay? You can say that. Now, results may vary, but you don't have to allow people to disrespect you. Respect is a two-way street. And people treat you how you allow them to also. If you don't put that boundary there, then they're always going to feel like they are able to talk to you and disrespect you and treat you any kind of way because they feel like there is no punishment for that. So, oh my God, I really hope, honey, that everything works out for you. I hope that you stop this today because this is not healthy for you. Okay? It's not healthy for anybody, and it's not something that you can sustain. I know that you want to keep a job and stuff like that, but baby, you're going to be in the hospital. Okay? That is going to be it for today's podcast episode. Please make sure that y'all are taking care of yourself. Okay? Whatever that looks like for you, please make sure you are doing at least one thing for yourself throughout the week. Okay? Because this overworking shit is crazy. You cannot sustain. You cannot do that. You cannot repeatedly do it. I mean, you could for a little bit, but you are going to end up resenting the job or being fucking exhausted every single day you get home from work. And that is just no way to live. So please make sure that you put those boundaries in place for you based on your situation and really do your best, but not the most. Okay? Medium output should be done. You should not be giving an output at 150%. Bring it down quite a bit. Okay? Okay. All right. Y'all have a good ass day, and I will see y'all on the internet. Bye.